Each year, New York State invests hundreds of millions of dollars in university research. The challenge is to transform that research investment into commercially viable products and processes. A lack of business and legal information and analysis can be a roadblock in the development of these early-stage technologies. The New York State Science and Technology Law Center addresses this problem by building on the expertise in technology commercialization at the Syracuse University College of Law. Experienced faculty and law students provide business and legal research services to New York State universities, research centers, established corporations, and startup companies to help transform research into economic growth.
I'm Jack Rudnick. I'm the director of the New York State Science and Technology Law Center. The New York State Science and Technology Law Center's mission is to help technology get commercialized. We focus pretty much on the technology, science that exists in New York State universities, New York State startups or upstarts. We try to help them find a way to get their technology or science to the marketplace. It's interesting because it's not just always just the technology or science. It could be a service that deals with the technology as well as the product. But we take all those customers and advise them in a variety of categories to help them find a way to be successful as a business.
I'm Brian Buys, president of 3 Pound Health. We're a health and wellness technology company that's based here in Syracuse at the Tech Garden. There were some issues that we knew we needed to learn more about. So being in the wellness and health space and being in the mobile technology space, there's a lot happening in terms of FDA and regulation. Those are things that we keep our eye on, but there are also things that we took advantage of the great resources that came through the program to really dig into some of those things.
When I look at New York State and Empire State Development Agency, they have such a host of services. We're behind the scenes. We're going to be the ones that will help that company that gets a grant or gets a tax-free zone to get to the marketplace to be successful. We'll try to make it that the money that the New York State or that the individual investors put in their business will give them a return, at least a much better chance of a return. This information can be used by the client for a variety of ways. It might just help them turn or do a pivot, if they say, or find a different direction. It might also help them avoid a problem with maybe the patent, someone else's patent. It might actually introduce them to a potential collaborator customer. A full report might be very useful to hand to a potential investor. Make it an attachment to your business plan. Business plans. We can fill in some of the featured parts of a business plan. The technology and the IP landscape. An investor is not going to put money on a business plan that doesn't already look at what might happen to that technology in the future. We can do so much more in the future. There's great opportunities for us to really help New York State maximize its investments, help New York State maximize the programs that are all centered around economic development. As part of New York State, we are the ones that the CATs, the universities, the incubators, the accelerators, the hotspot, you name the state organization or state-funded center, and they should be coming to us for answers to legal questions about science and technology. New York State gives these centers and these startup businesses money or tax benefits. It's up to us to help that company find its way to the marketplace.
And what we can bring as law students is our attention to detail and thinking of things that maybe the business owner might not have thought of. So I think there's a couple of benefits for the client. One, they get obviously free help because it's sponsored by NYSTAR. The Science and Technology Law Center is NYSTAR sponsored, so they get this free help. The students are also being graded on this, so they need to be turning in quality work product. The client is getting something that oftentimes they could go out and spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 paying a consulting firm to do this, and we've got students doing the exact same work for the client. So the client's getting that benefit, and additionally they're giving a learning experience to the students here at Syracuse University College of Law.
My name is Per Stramhag. I'm the Executive Director of the Entrepreneurship and Innovation Partnership Office here at Binghamton University. That's been a wonderful relationship for us. So we partner with SU. They have expertise in the law school we don't have here at Binghamton. We have good engineering students, we have good business school students, and we have technologists that need analysis for both commercialization as well as for IP protection, and the work done at the SU clinic is perfect for us.
I'm Ken McLeod. I'm professor of bioengineering at Binghamton University, and I'm the director of the Clinical Science and Engineering Research Center here at the university. So I was contacted by the Law Center and say, can we use your technology as a case study? So this was an opportunity for me to get that legal work done, or at least a little bit of it done, without any funding for the most part. So it worked out real well. We were able to get feedback, and at the same time we were preparing a patent to be filed, and so much of the research work came in handy in the preparation of the final patent, and we issued that and filed that patent.
James McGrath. I'm a professor of biomedical engineering here at the University of Rochester. I'm also one of the founders of Simpor, which is a local startup that manufactures ultra-thin silicon-based membranes. It was very early days of Simpor, and we were in the process of raising money and trying to make a business case but at the same time we really didn't have a great business case. So our expectations were that by working with your program, we would have a much better presentation to those investors. And we had a very successful round. So that first round really launched Simpor, and in part we were able to use the material that came out of the program to help us do that.